Hi, and welcome to the first episode of the Leafs vlog with Alex Cooper. I'm Alex Cooper, and this is my new vlog about the Toronto Maple Leafs. I plan to be covering them throughout the season and keeping you up to date on what's going on with the Leafs. Now, while this vlog is mainly going to be about the Leafs, I also plan on covering other things that are happening in hockey. I'm a big fan of hockey, as well as a big fan of the Leafs, obviously, as you can tell by my jersey. So you can come here and listen to me talk about all sorts of things that are going in hockey throughout the season. Now, since this vlog is mainly about the Leafs, I want to talk a little bit about some of the things that have happened in the offseason. Uh, a major part of the offseason has been upgrading the bottom six. Now, although the bottom six has been upgraded, there is a lot of speculation about how those pieces that have been brought in are going to be used. I think Troy Bodie will be the perfect 13th forward for the Leafs this year. He's not only a decent hockey player, but he's also a veteran who will be able to come in to the lineup even after having sat out a few games and produce. He can also fight, which will be useful against some of the tougher teams, since I don't think the Leafs will be using Colton Orr this season. So, who else is going to be competing for the bottom six roles? Well, we've got Leo Komarov, who's one of my favorite players, and I'm really glad he's returning to the Maple Leafs this year. Mike Santorelli, Daniel Winnik, Peter Holland, as well as Petri Contiola, Carter Ashton, Matt Fratton, and David Booth. Now, all of these players are on relatively cheap deals, except for Komarov, who's making 2.9. Now, there's been a lot of speculation about how the bottom six are going to shape up in the preseason. But I really think that a lot of it's going to be determined about how these guys can find chemistry with one another. The Leafs bottom six is going to be built upon who plays well together, who can play certain roles such as penalty killing, defensive roles, or chipping in offensively, and really who plays the best together in the preseason. Now, of course, this is all assuming that David Clarkson is going to start the year on the second line, which, considering his salary is $5.2 million, he probably will. The Leafs are hoping that he's going to have a bounce back year. I'm hoping too. I thought at the time of the signing that it was going to turn out well, and boy, was I wrong last year. In fact, I was actually at the first game that David Clarkson played as a Toronto Maple Leaf in the regular season, anyways. My family and I went down to Columbus to watch the game, and oh boy, was that one ugly. Anyways, back to the Leafs. And next year, which we should be excited for, and not looking back to what was a disappointing season last season. Now, the bottom six this year, I think, is going to be very tough to make for the Leafs. Komarov is probably going to make the team, as well as Santorelli, Winnik, Holland, and Contiola. So that's five of the bottom six positions, which really leaves Ashton, Fratton, and Booth vying for the last one. And I think Booth has the edge due to his experience and relative skill level that he showed when he played for Florida. He could come into camp and play horribly, or Ashton could really start lighting the lights up during the preseason, and we know he has to make the team. But part of the fun of being a Leafs fan is speculating about who's going to make the team next year, what's the roster going to look like, and just trying to get yourself pumped up for the season coming up. So, this video has been sort of an introduction slash talk about the bottom six. I'm planning to do some more videos talking about enforcers and what I see as the enforcer role on the Leafs next year, as well as possibly who's going to make the team as a defense and what might the defense look like next year in terms of pairings. And I think that's a really interesting topic due to the number of new defensemen the Leafs have, as well as the number of right-handed shots that we have this year. Anyways, thanks for watching my vlog, and hopefully you liked it and you'll come back later. All right, talk to you later. Bye.